Money doesn't fix your problems, babe. It just makes them prettier.
So we smashed John Mayer's guitar.
That's John Mayer's guitar?
Yes, he left it here and he clearly didn't want it.
Oh, God!
Wow. Britt, good morning. Jeff in Las Vegas.
Hi, how are you, Jeff?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for joining me this morning.
It's my pleasure.
Oh, man, I love Pretty Problems, so congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm so glad you loved it.
You know, it's hard to believe that it all began with an idea and a phone call from Michael Tennant, and you were sold from the very beginning, weren't you?
Right away. Absolutely. Yeah. He said, listen, I have this idea. I think we can do it together. I think we should write it for our friends. What do you think? And I was like, yes, send me the script. And he said, you know, I'm really nervous. I only have the first 10 pages written, but just see what you think. See if it suits you. I went to a coffee shop, I read it, and I called him right away and was like, we have to make this. I mean, I was dying laughing. He sent me this, like the opening scene. You know what it is. You've seen it. But it's like, you're right there. And immediately you understand what's going on with this couple and you get the laughs right away. And I was completely charmed by it.
You know, I love the dark humor in it, because what kind of people go on vacation with total strangers, you know?
You know, that should set you off right away that they are not in good shape, right? They're looking for any excuse. And I think that's really relatable for all of us. Sometimes we make crazy decisions, right? And it's because we're in a place where we're really desiring something to shake up our lives. And that's exactly where we find Jack and Lindsay.
And you know, you are a producer on the film, also have story credit on the film. But what drew you play to Lindsay? Because you could have played any character you wanted.
Well, thank you. I chose Lindsay and Michael chose Jack because we felt like in the beginning, we were really nervous. This is the first time we've done something like this. We've worked for other people. He's produced for other people. I've produced shorts. We've acted in other people's projects. But this is the first time we created everything from the ground up. So we felt like we needed to play Jack and Lindsay because they, to be perfectly honest, have the least fun. And we knew that we could get everybody else on board with all of the comedy, but that at the core of it, we might need to really stay grounded and kind of be the worker bees and holding the story together. And we really trusted each other and we developed this story together. So we thought at the end of the day, we can make sure that we have these central characters who the audience is really able to access the point of view from, right? Like the audience, Jack's and Lindsay's eyes are the audience's eyes walking into this world. And we felt like that was a big responsibility. So it was probably better put on our shoulders.
And putting your production on hold because of the pandemic, correct? You know, did it influence the story to some degree too?
It really did. It was so disappointing at first. I think very relatable for everyone. A lot of our lives stopped in a lot of ways. And we were ready to go on our location scout and we were about to start shooting in 2 weeks when everything stopped. And, you know, I think also very relatable. A lot of us stuck at home with friends, family members, partners, or maybe even by yourself, wondering what you're going to do, what's next. A lot of those really big existential feelings. And the relationship between Jack and Lindsay really developed with a lot of that COVID stress. It just felt so palpable for what they were going through. So we did some tweaks and we added some things, and we also had to take away some things because we couldn't have as many people on set. We couldn't have people coming in and out anymore. So we reduced a lot of the characters down to just Daniel and Becca, who were played by Clayton Froning and Katarina Hughes, who are fabulous. And they're a real life couple. So it was really fun to write something just for them to be able to come in and kind of take on all those other roles. And the character got better because they were so concentrated with their point of view.
I was going to say, because, you know, this is such a big ensemble. It's like almost like a family, the whole cast. But did you have specific actors in mind for characters, or did you, like you just said, you custom kind of made the characters to finding that right person for the right role?
Yes. Yeah. So we started out, so I am actually married to the lunatic who plays male Carrie. So I knew I was writing for that guy. And then we kind of like, you know, Clay and Kat were together. And then our friend Graham, we knew we were going to write for him. JJ was one that Michael and I had been in class together a long time ago with JJ and had kind of forgotten that she was a part of our network. And so Kat was kind of up in the air. And I will say I was very tempted because I really love the character of Kat. It'd be so much fun to act. But again, we discussed why we felt like we needed to take on Jack and Lindsay. And Kestrin Pantera came onto the scene and she's like, you know, I have this actress I think it would be really good for Kat. And she brought in JJ. We're like, what? We love JJ. This is so amazing. What a small world. So yeah, it was mostly we knew who was playing it. And then there was a little bit of shuffling, especially once the pandemic hit, of who could be there, what shooting schedules were going to happen. I mean, it felt like a miracle the day that we went cameras up on the first day. I almost fell apart in tears.
And all your hard work premiering at South by Southwest, winning all these awards. Now, also as someone who did the story for the film and also as a producer on the film, tell me about that first moment you saw it with an audience. What jokes worked? What didn't work? Or something that surprised you, like, why are they laughing at that? Or because as a producer, you probably had just a checklist of things to see what the audience would react to, right?
Absolutely. And again, COVID playing a part, we were only able to edit in really small rooms with a small amount of people. Even our test audiences were very small. So we did them like night after night, back to back for about a week and a half. And Kestrin would stay up editing all night. Then we'd hand it over to our editor with a laundry list. He would fix it. We'd start over again the night before. But we were really testing out about 6 or 7 people at a time. So first of all, selling out the Zach Theater at South by Southwest, we had a Monday 11 a.m. time slot. We were like, it's never going to happen. Everyone's going to be hungover from the first weekend. No one's going to come. This is going to, okay, even if only 70 people come, this will be amazing. And the theater was packed. And it was the first in-person film festival since COVID had hit. And I think there was such a cathartic release that for the first time, I actually let go of listening as a producer and seeing what jokes worked and what didn't, because I was so overwhelmed with the experience everyone was having. I think they were so delighted to be laughing again together in community that it was just like wildfire. It just kept going and kept going. And I was like, oh, this is just such an amazing part of the experience. But every festival since then, I've been taking notes every single time. But South by Southwest was very singular.
As a good producer should.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Well, Britt, congratulations. What a wonderful film. And it's all up there on the screen. And such a thrill to talk to you. And let's do it again soon.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jeff.